Hi, Joe Smiles, Uncensored Natty Pro. I help overweight and obese people lose fat permanently. None of this yo-yo dieting and yo-yo weight regain for my clients. Here's something to really get your head around. For decades and decades, since gyms became the thing, the gym is packed every January, and every February, empty. Yet 3/4 approximately of people paying for gym membership don't even use it. Why do humans do this year in, year out? Even regular gym goers don't even go regularly, or they don't know what they're doing when they get there, and especially if the shit hits the fan, when they're faced with a mishap in their life, they don't go. Why is this? Let me explain 2 reasons for this and some tips on how to be better than 95% of the population. It involves the neuroscience behind common human behavior and how people use motivation incorrectly. Let's get into the science of why human beings are fucked up. When it comes to gyms, there's a hidden business model that you don't know about. You see, a nightclub has a maximum capacity by law. They need people to leave before others can get in because of health and safety and fire hazards. So by law, nightclubs and bars can't allow more people in the building than they can fit into the premises in one go. But what about gyms? Essentially, it's the same concept as a nightclub. Well, gyms sell unlimited memberships because they know that most people don't even turn up, and most people will quit. They don't even want you to turn up because it costs too much money, wear and tear, and lighting costs. So a gym's secret business model is that the sales and marketing team know almost everybody is a bullshitting, unreliable, deluded numpty.
What the fuck?
They capitalize on your flaws, so it's not in their interest to help you. And what about helping yourself? Well, you think that you're motivated by yourself by focusing on your willpower and your external motivations, like how pretty the gym is to entice you into it, or how serious your partner says they'll divorce you if you don't stop snoring like a dying pig every night because you've got too much fat weighing down your neck and your chest.
What the hell?
But you've got to realize it's not about motivation. It's not about willpower. And it's definitely not about any New Year's resolution hype. There are 2 reasons why people stop going to the gym, stop losing fat, and keep falling back into old habits. Motivation is unreliable, it's fleeting, it comes and goes, and it's based on your subjective emotions, which can also be negative emotions quite often. You get a quick dopamine hit when you sign up for a gym, buy your workout gear, or watch a transformation video, but that fades. And what happens next? You stop. So what's the downside of external motivation and validation? Well, external motivation is when your drive to take action comes from outside forces. Things like compliments, social media likes, social media videos, seeing someone else's transformation, a shiny pretty gym, or even just some hype of a new goal. So what would seeking external approval and validation also keep you inconsistent with? So imagine this, you start going to the gym, or you start going to the gym more frequently and consistently, eating healthier and losing body fat. People notice. You get compliments like, wow, you're looking great, and how much weight have you lost, and you're so dedicated. So that feels good, right? Your brain gets a dopamine hit from the validation, and it fuels you to keep going for a while. But then doubt, insecurities, problems with willpower, and life's curveballs get in the way. If only people knew all the negativity that goes through your brain and everyone else's. But then, what happens when people stop complimenting you? What happens when your progress slows down and you're no longer getting constant praise? What if your partner gets jealous? If your motivation was built on external validation, it starts to crumble. You start questioning yourself, why am I even doing this? You skip a session, you indulge a little bit more, and before you know it, you're back to where you started, waiting for another dopamine hit from a new diet, a new gym, or another quick fix challenge. Here's a study to back up what I'm saying. It's entitled A Behavioral Perspective for Improving Exercise Adherence 2024. It explained that while external motivation such as compliments, social media likes, or the excitement of a new goal provides an instant boost, it often fails to sustain long-term exercise adherence for you. So focusing on external motivators don't effectively predict behavioral change, emphasizing the need for strategies that foster intrinsic motivation and habit formation. So why does it fail like this? Well, one, it's because your focus is based on temporary thinking patterns. When I say thinking patterns, I mean trains of thought that lead from one thought to another that leads you down a path of you acting out certain behaviors and habits. Two, the excitement of a New Year's resolution, a mid-year fitness challenge, or say a summer body goal eventually wears off. What do you do after your incredibly short-term and often unrealistic goal? Three, it's dependent on others. If you're only motivated when people praise your progress, or you're motivated by outside triggers, what happens when you stop noticing or you get bored of external motivators? Nothing happens, that's what. And four, it doesn't create deep change. If you only train to impress others or mentally masturbate over motivational YouTube videos, you're not actually building the mindset to sustain the going to the gym and losing fat for life. This is all how you fall into the psychological trap. Think about it. You get fired up after watching a motivational speech, seeing someone's before and after post, or hearing a friend say, "Wow, you're looking lean." But what happens when the external validation stops? If your motivation is built on external approval and external motivation, you lose the drive because this kind of excitement isn't sustainable. Not even kids have this kind of sustained excitability. Only beautiful animals have sustained excitability, like dogs, because they have pure minds and souls. Humans collect mind viruses and baggage over time if they don't perform what I call mind or mental hygiene. Only animals fuck themselves up in the head because of fucked up humans fucking them up. Okay, Joe Smiles' first fix, systems over motivation. Instead of motivation, you need a system, a strategic plan. You need thinking patterns and behavior patterns that become automatic. Because when something is a habit, you don't need motivation, you just do it. You don't wake up needing motivation to brush your teeth, you just do it. The gym should be the same. So this is how you shift from an external to internal drive. Firstly, you create an identity shift. You don't just try to work out or I'll do what I feel like. Learn to become a person who trains consistently no matter what. I say that losing fat for life and training for life is a learning process you must go through. So you must have a learning mindset. Secondly, focus on the process that you must go through, not on validation or motivation. So instead of chasing compliments and external motivating triggers, track your personal progress, like lifting heavier weights or improving endurance, by writing it all down. Write everything down that you're going to do, then implement that plan. So after you've implemented it, think about what you learnt and what you could do better. This builds self-reflection, self-motivational regulation, and self-awareness. These three things are the most important psychological mindsets you need for permanent fat loss and training drive. Third, make your training non-negotiable habit. Put it in your mind that your future state values future health. Make your training habits into appointments. We all know appointments are in the diary and have priority over everyday crap. So when you schedule appointments, you become a serious, productive and proactive professional person, and a professional person is someone that knows what they want and how to get it. They're also more capable of helping themselves and others around them, which then makes them more useful to society. So schedule your workouts like your work meetings. You don't need to be motivated to show up to work, you just do it. When you stop relying on external motivation and external validation, you start relying on well-formed habits that, when real, lasting change happens. Okay, reason 2, neuroscience habits, you can't just flip a switch. So let's get this concept clear. You're not a car battery or a light switch, so stop thinking you're just a switch that can switch on and off depending on what you want to do in life. Here's the real reason change is hard. Your brain is wired for habits. Every action you take strengthens neural pathways in your brain. The more you repeat a behavior and an accompanying train of thought, the stronger the pathway gets. Got it? If you spent years overeating, avoiding exercise, or exercising sporadically, or surrounding yourself with unhealthy habits and unhealthy people, your brain has built strong neural circuits to keep you in that loop. You, like everybody else, makes the mistake of going from 0 to 100. Most people think they can just wake up and decide to change overnight. I'm going to go to the gym 5 times a week, or I'm cutting out all junk food plus carbs, or I'm starting a ketogenic diet. Shut the fuck up for once in your life, give yourself a day off and learn something new.
Wait, what?
So that doesn't work. Your brain doesn't have the neural structure in place to sustain that change. So what happens? You snap back and you feel like a failure. So imagine your brain is like an elastic band. The further you stretch it, especially with unrealistic and unsustainable ideals and ideologies, the stronger your elastic band, your brain will snap back to how it was. Or imagine a tennis player. For years, when his opponent hits a down-the-line ball to his backhand side, he hits the shot back to his opponent's forehand side. Now his new coach wants him to up his game and get him returning the line shot to his opponent's backhand to the opposite side of the court. He just can't flip the switch. His brain has wired itself to, within milliseconds, tell his body to hit the shot to his opponent's forehand side, which wires his behavior to act out how his brain has been programmed. To change this automatic thought and action takes time, practice, and learning a new skill. But your brain is moldable like plastic and can change, hence the phrase neuroplasticity. If you really want to change, you need to rewire your brain. That means doing the following. 1. Focus on changing your thoughts about a specific topic, like nutrition or training. Shift from I have to go to the gym to I am someone who trains consistently because of X, Y, and Z. And from I don't feel like doing X exercise today to the reason I must do X exercise today is because it helps me master a technique that in turn helps me to progress and maintain my results in 3-week blocks. Or from it's okay that I miss training sessions to when I have gaps in my training, I regress and then look for external motivation, which is emotionally exhausting. Yet I'm someone that focuses on consistency and compounding health and results interest. So my goal is to move me forward every year, minimizing efforts in vain. 2. Focus on changing your behaviors. Start small and self-reflect on how you act when you have to do your training. Instead of trying to commit to 5 days a week and then you break it and you feel so let down that you stop, commit to 2 and visualize what you want to do when you're at the gym, and then visualize yourself at the gym and try to see how you can improve your focus and your time there. Write down that plan and envisage and then act out that plan like it's an appointment or a meeting, and then reflect again on that plan to make sure that it was better than the last time. 3. Focus on building habits over long periods of time and be patient with the process. Science says it takes at least 3
Aww, so cute.
Science says it takes at least 3 months or more to form new neural pathways. So you have to be consistent before new habits become automatic. Therefore, you have to break down thoughts and behaviors into chunks, which is called chunking, so that you practice new skills in their entirety. If you practice new skills that are unrealistic and you keep cocking it up, you'll learn how to make mistakes rather than how to make successes. Okay, here's a study to back up what I'm saying. It's entitled Effects of Habit Formation Interventions on Physical Activity, Habit Strength, 2023. It explained that habit formation interventions are effective in fostering physical activity habits, suggesting that focusing on building automatic behaviors is more beneficial than relying solely on external motivators. Final message the long-term solution. So stop chasing quick fixes. Stop relying on motivation. Understand how your brain and your mind works. It's a science. You are a science, and you're a complex human being. You're also not a light switch. Start building habits that last. Fat loss, muscle gain, and fitness, it's all about a lifetime journey, not a 30-day challenge. In this video, I helped expose the truth behind why people quit. I back up my claims with neuroscience and psychology, and I provide some real long-term solution tips for change. So like the video, make lots of comments, no matter how stupid you think they are, down below. Subscribe for real truths, and have a watch of this video next. And if you're tired of going in circles with your health, your fat loss and your training, let's build a real plan. This is my full-time job, 7 days a week, so you're more than welcome to get in contact with me. Let's get you doing the right thing. Toodle pip for the day.